Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all okay. Here we are ready for some maths this morning, and hopefully you've all picked up your Power Maths books from school, so you're ready to go because the work we're going to do today is all going to go into your Power Maths books. Now, we're going to start these sessions each morning by doing a Fab 4, which is a bit like a warm-up that we do at the beginning of the lesson. I know a lot of you are used to this already. Now, you're meant to have 4 minutes, so I'm going to show you the questions on my screen. Here they are. Now you could pause the video, have a go on a scrap piece of paper, working them out with timesing and dividing by 10, 100, 1,000. Have a go, pause the video. Once you've done it, you can unpause me and I'll give you the answers. Okay, so see you in a sec. All right, so here we are with the answers. So 0.02 times 100 gives an answer of 2. 57.2 divided by 100 is 0.572. Next one gives an answer of 10.71. And 57,200 for our final answer. Now, if you were a bit confused with how to divide and multiply by 10, 100 and 1,000, don't worry, because this is the whole basis of our new unit. So here we're starting our new unit, unit 7, into our new Power Maths book, 6B. This is our first unit that we're going to tackle. So this page gives you all the things that we're going to be looking at and learning about, the value of the digits, how to multiply and divide decimals by tens, hundreds and thousands, how to convert between fractions and decimals, and how to multiply and divide decimals by single digit numbers. Now, if you want to have a look at that, you could pause the video if you want to take in a bit more, but that's just a bit of an overview of what we're doing during this unit. Now for today, our WALT, we're going to be multiplying integers by 10, 100, 1,000. So we're just focusing on multiplying for today. So I want you to be able to today learn how to use a place value chart, shift the digits to the left when you're multiplying, and to use placeholders. Okay, so there's our WALT and WIL for today. Now, here we go with our first discover of 2021. So we've got Toshi and Jen sitting at the table in a restaurant, and Sophia has come with all the plates and the glasses to set the table. Now, it says on here that, oh sorry, look, I'm trying to move my head and I'm changing everything. Let me just move me out of the way because I realised I'm right in the way there. There we go. So each plate has a mass of 0.3 kilograms. So what is the total mass of all the plates? How might you show this? So we've got to count how many plates there are, first of all, and we've got to think about how much does each plate weigh. So we can see that on the picture, we can see 10 plates, and we've been told by the question that they weigh 0.3 kilograms each. So our calculation, if we want to know how much 10 weigh, is 0.3 multiplied by 10. Now, I know some of you might be able to do that in your head, but for when we get to slightly larger numbers, more complicated calculations, I want you to be really, really confident in knowing how this works. So in order to calculate this, we've represented 0.3 on a place value chart here. So you can see I've got 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 to show 0.3, which is the mass of one plate. Now in a number form, you can see on this chart here, that's shown as 0, as just 0.3. We could have put a 0 into our ones column. Now the next job we need to do is to multiply it by 10. Now remember, if we're multiplying, our answers are only going to get larger. So therefore, things are going to move one place higher. Remembering, of course, that our decimal point is rooted to the spot that can't move, but the numbers can jump around it. So when we're timesing by 10, I've often told children in my group that 10 has got 1 0, so everything's going to jump one place larger because we're multiplying. So 0.3 times 10, you can see the 3 will move from the tenths column into the ones column to give an answer of 3. So 0.3 times 10 equals 3. Now we know it's kilograms because the original question said one plate was 0.3 kilograms. So we can have a think about the answer, got to also be in kilograms. If you really got your brain switched on, if I was to convert that into grams, how many grams would that give me? Remember, 1 kilogram is the same as 1,000 grams. So 3 kilograms is going to be 3,000 grams. Just another way of thinking about that answer. Now time for some think together for you to have a go. Now we've got this time a pack of pencils which costs £2.30. Mr. Lopez buys 100 packs. How much does this cost in total? Now what's different this time from our previous question. The last two questions we've been timesing by 10 because we had 10 glasses, we had 10 plates. This time we're buying 100 plates. So in fact, we're going to be doing £2.30, but multiplied by 100. Now, if we're timesing by 100, there's 2 zeros on 100. So I think, well, that's 2 jumps larger that our digits have got to make. So you can see where everything is on our place value chart. If we were to times by 10, everything would jump 1 space, but actually we're timesing by 100. So it's got to jump 2 times larger. So have a go, pause the video. What do you think the answer for this one is going to be? Have you got it? So let's have a look then. If it's jumping 2 places, the 2 ones is going to jump into the hundreds column. So we're going to actually have a final answer of £230 because everything this time has made 2 jumps because we've multiplied by 100. All right, now the next one, what I would like you to do, I would like you to grab yourself a pen and paper. I'm just going to put myself over here. And you could draw yourself a chart a little bit like you can see at the top here to help you have a go at these calculations. Now, have a go, pause the video so you can have these in front of you and have a go using the chart to prove your answers. So if you're multiplying by 10, everything's going to move 1 place larger. If you're multiplying by 100, everything's going to move 2 places larger. And if you're multiplying by 1,000, everything's going to move 3 places larger. So pause the video now and then come back and I'll show you the answers. Okay, so hopefully you've all had a go. Here are the answers for the questions that you've just had a go at. See if you can see if you are correct. Pause the video, you can have a little look to see at those answers. And if you've moved everything enough places along the chart, whether you times by 10, 100 or 1,000. Quite confusing when you're looking at the different ones. If you remember, I think a really good tip that I often tell people is that if you're timesing by 10, 10 has only got 1 zero, so everything jumps 1 place larger. Timesing by 100 has 2 zeros, so it's got to jump 2 places larger. If you're timesing by 1,000, which has 3 zeros, it's jumping 3 places larger. If you remember that and you draw the chart, you will always get these right. Okay, so now it's your turn. Oh, let me move myself because I'm right in the way of the page numbers. Okay, so here we go. Today, first lesson in Power Maths books is on pages 6 to 8. It's lesson 1, multiply by 10, 100 and 1,000. Have a go. Remember that I am on the end of Dojo. If you get stuck or you've got any questions, then send me a message. And if you get it all finished, all the way to the end of Reflect, and you're looking for a further challenge, then come back to this video and pause this screen because you can see here there is a challenge there for you to have a go at. Now remember, it's really important, we are recording who's sending us work every day. So once you've finished your work, take a quick photo, pop it back onto Dojo so I can see, approve it, and I'll write you a little comment to see how you've done. All right, have a great day. Good luck with it all, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next lesson. Okay, bye-bye.